Welcome to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tattooing Network.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Your source for the latest Legion news, opinion, and analysis.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
John Archiquette.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
Matt Turner.
I'm not afraid.
And
my name is Jeff.
You will be.
What's up, Outriders? John, Jeff, and Matt coming at you from Power 9 Studios here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Your hive of scum and or villainy.
And or villainy. Whichever you choose.
Could be both. Could be neither.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. Jeff, did you get enough sleep last night?
No, I never get enough sleep.
You never get.
Yeah. I'll get it when I'm dead.
Welcome to adults.
Yeah.
Anything big in the Star Wars Legion land this week?
Definitely not Clone Wars.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
Why isn't nobody speaking about that online?
It's true.
Nobody's hitting the Facebook group like every 15 seconds about when.
Do we need like a raid FFG Facebook post?
Okay, I'll head up the rock throwers.
Yeah. I got the R2 runners.
Yeah, of course you do.
I feel like
you're a furry, John, so just embrace it.
I feel like there's been at least one of those every single day on the Star Wars Legion Facebook page.
Yeah. Multiple per day.
Yeah. Reset the clock. I think someone's
reset the clock.
Someone's got that Idris Elba gif just on loop. So whoever all right, somebody hit it. Reset the clock.
Yep.
You make money off of those? That guy would be rich right now.
Yeah, Idris Elba somehow is making more royalties from his GIF use.
Yeah,
than all of Pacific Rim.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but it is kind of funny because as of recording today on the 12th, this was one of the speculated days for the release because the new rules pack is live.
Yeah, so we all kind of
thought.
Like,
okay, hey, that would make sense. It comes out the day, whatever.
You know what it is? It's a Trade Federation blockade.
Is that illegal?
Yeah, we have no idea.
But we're a week out now from when I thought it was going to be coming out, and there is no updates on retailers anywhere. There's no news at all. So,
didn't somebody say on Amazon that there were people saying, "Oh, November of 2019"?
Yeah, but
of course,
Amazon dates are always bad.
Yeah. They don't care about street dates.
No.
Or what if they actually do know?
They might,
and
but
the rest of us
the wrong person will have the wrong details, or the right person. But I guess it gets here when it gets here. I'm still waiting on dewbacks.
I was going to say, they're probably riding in on the backs of dewbacks.
Oh, well, you try carrying the entire combined armed forces of the Republic.
I can't wait till the Clone Wars get here and they're all medium-sized bases, and you're like, wait a second.
Oh, don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Clones on medium-sized bases.
They're larger than life. I don't know what to tell you.
It makes fire sport a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it hurts because I see all these people putting out these beautiful pictures of their painted droid armies and painted clones, and 95% of us who weren't at Gen Con are just like, meh.
Yeah. I actually reached out and I was like, hey, what if we could get an evaluation copy for the Outriders so we could talk about this stuff before, and that didn't go anywhere.
We'd be too early to be with the rest of the Gen Pop,
yeah,
but then way too late to be with the exclusive.
So we'll be getting it the same day as the other 99%, I guess.
We're one of you.
Yay! We're just poor schlubs waiting for our clones.
Exactly. See, we're the People's Podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait weeks.
Did you raise your eyebrow when you said that? I didn't see.
Do you smell what we're cooking? There we go. Next T-shirt idea. Do you smell what the Outriders are cooking?
Yeah. You probably don't want to.
So we do have some stuff to talk about this week, though. We got a little bit of little preview action of the C-3PO R2D2 set.
Yeah. There's a crash pod. Look, sir, droids.
And some awesome cards with it. So we'll talk about those.
But you had a community shout out.
I did, yeah. We'll get out to that because there's a couple members of our community who are, not just complaining about Clone Wars not being out, but also actually doing cool things in the hobby.
Where do you find time to do both?
And honestly, it's probably a good indication that people are super excited for this, and it's a lot of new players that aren't maybe dialed into the normal channel, so they go to Facebook and just, hey guys, when's it coming out?
Facebook, the real hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah. And then people are like, just shut up.
Well, Matthew Stewart, I think the administrator of the Facebook page, like just 10 minutes ago, put out a post saying, "Stop, just
please stop,
the
guys.
daily
Come
Clone
on.
Wars post.
Come on, just scroll down."
But let's start off with some Star Wars news. What do we have for Star Wars news, Matt?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Nah, not a lot going out. There's some preview of the original style toys for Episode 9. Neat.
interesting.
Disney Plus is still coming out soon. Looking forward to more Mandalorian hype. But not a whole lot real big.
We haven't seen much.
We are recording back to back this week because John is going out of town, so we didn't have quite that 2-week time to build up the news bucket a little bit.
Look, the Outriders record precisely when they want to. Okay.
Yeah, we're basically space wizards. Yes.
Yeah. So I won't be in town next week. I'll be out in San Diego.
Oh, isn't that German?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
For a lovely place.
Something to
Yeah.
do with a whale.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
remember
yeah, something.
exactly. We keep this PC.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Jeff
Right.
keeps it PS4. So you big jerk.
But yeah, we'll be back to our normal rotation after I get back, and who knows? Maybe the Clone Wars will be out then.
Come on.
Maybe we'll have dewbacks.
Hopefully.
No. I think we'll have Clone Wars way before we have dewbacks at this point.
Do we have any confirmation though of the release schedule after Clone Wars? Is it going to be Operative Luke and Vader and then C-3PO R2D2?
I don't think they've really hinted at that at all, have they? They've just been throwing articles at us.
No idea, man.
Yeah, I mean they just kind of say like sometime in the year of our Lord 2019
2000 and before Christmas. How about that? Maybe.
of any year.
Yeah.
Of
Like,
2000.
when are the tanks coming out? That's yeah, exactly. We have zero confirmations on anything.
So you'll know when we know, folks. We don't have any kind of magical connections.
No, my magical connection says nothing. It says nothing has been updated, and that's what's got me worried.
Well, it's all right. We all have the same magical connection.
Yeah.
I just keep defaulting to that Incredibles picture in my head where he's like, "We'll get there when we get there."
All right, so no Star Wars news. I guess that brings us to the articles we had this week. So first article we had this week was a more in-depth preview of the Luke operative, right?
Yeah, so better pictures on the cards, the command cards. It's not the, can you skew it to read the text and look at it? We actually got the good images.
So it looks like some pretty cool, obviously from Return of the Jedi, since that, operative Luke is Return of the Jedi Luke. But the
Looks good.
Yeah, the art. I mean, the art's beautiful. It's great. One of the things that this kind of like ties me into what our what my hobby update for the week is. But we got some Rancor pictures on here.
Yeah. My heart skipped a beat for a second when I was scrolling past. I was like, really? Okay.
Well, because a lot of times they try to incorporate command card like the artwork with models that are actually in the game already. And the fullest surprise is Luke's 2-pip card's got the Rancor on there. And
Oh no.
on the Facebook page, a guy named Danny Rowe did a lot of work to put together what looks like an actual expansion coming out for the Rancor beast.
It would be kind of cool if they FFG like embrace that kind of thing where it would kind of like an ATST or the down pod or something like that. Just have it as like a neutral thing on the board, and eventually when the Scum and Villainy faction comes out, you can recruit it that way.
So FFG's cruel joke will be that you get the bone as a weapon you could take with Luke Skywalker. That's what you get. The bone that he shoves in the Rancor's mouth.
A negative 10-point upgrade card.
Yeah. You actually get to roll a white defense die on your attack. Yeah, so nothing.
It's probably not immune to Pierce, though.
Yeah.
It's only good against Rancors and maybe when General Kenobi on Vractal comes out.
We'll see.
How you get it in General Kenobi's mouth, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But back to the Rancor fan card. Like this guy did a cool job. He actually created its own unit card. It's a Rancor Reptilian Carnivore with a couple new special rules. There's hostile move attack. So that's after an enemy unit within line of sight performs an action at range 1 to 2, perform a full speed move towards the closest enemy unit, and or if this unit is engaged, perform an attack action if able. So that's kind of cool. It's got a grab action. So as long as it's not engaged, place the closest enemy unit within range 1 and line of sight of base contact with this unit, even if enemy unit is engaged. So got a good way to snag somebody out of combat who who you don't want to have engaged with somebody else.
Do we have the Twilight Dancers yet that we can throw at the Rancor? Or what was the other?
Yeah.
His guard, the Gamoran guard or whatever.
Yeah. Old Piggly.
I just want the fat guy who was like his caretaker.
Yeah. The sad guy at the end. I don't know his name. Rancor Trainer.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got
that
a
was
name.
Rancor
It's a
Trainer.
ridiculous name, too.
Rancor Trainer.
But anyways.
Joshua Gray.
Yeah, not that ridiculous.
Not that ridiculous.
Yeah, come on. That's so ridiculous.
So yeah, it's got red dice save, 10 health. So he's a survivable beast and armor 2. And then, of course, he throws ATST attack dice with in close combat with critical 2, pierce 1, suppressive, and surges to hit. So overall, it's a pretty beastly character.
It's Malakili.
Malikili?
Malakili.
Oh, it's Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, yeah.
I mean, that's it.
He doesn't look
How
Hawaiian.
you say hello and goodbye.
Aloha.
And
I appreciate the fact he's wearing his T-shirt as a headdress.
Sometimes, it's a desert planet. The sweat gets in your eyes.
Yeah, you don't want to have that.
Yeah.
he was in some interesting garb, right? He had the belts all over him, like the belt suspenders, or
Well, you gotta hold his pants up. You don't want an embarrassing situation when you're
Yeah.
trying to take care of your Rancor.
and his T-shirt on his head.
They'd
Good stuff.
lose all respect for you immediately,
Yeah.
and then undo all the training, and then they'd probably eat you.
Anyway, so that's my first hobby shout out of the week because I thought that was a pretty cool addition. He kind of wrapped up his card and everything like that this week. So that was my first shout out. The other shout out was
You had an update for somebody you shouted out before.
Oh yeah. So Matthew. Oh God, I'm sorry, I forgot his name now.
You just said
Harvey.
it,
Matt
Matt
Harvey.
Harvey,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. So Matt Harvey, who was doing the really cool Felucia bases for his droids.
Felucia. I
Yeah.
keep wanting to say Fallujah.
You would.
Felucia's a very different place.
Yeah, very different.
Not nearly as colorful.
Yeah.
No, so the guy who did Matt Harvey, the guy who did the Felucia tables, droid bases, is doing terrain for it now, and they're really cool. But I mean, obviously, in kind of in character with his other bases, they're
larger grapes.
They're like larger grapes. They look familiar, like some of the stuff I've seen on Michaels.
Forbidden terrain.
I've seen it on hats that Matt wears.
Yeah,
Like the
I
sun
mean, I
hats.
do. Yeah.
He gets around.
I like to get it floral with a little bit of fruits and whatnot in
When
there.
he's doing his Carmen Miranda cosplay.
Aye.
I feel like that reference is probably even too old for me.
Yeah, that's pushing it for me as well. But still.
But yeah, so really awesome work that he's done. So check that out on his on the Facebook Legion page. Scroll down for a bit, and you see the colorful looking grape bases.
You have to get past all the when is Clone Wars coming out.
Yeah, well, hopefully those have been curated by now.
Nah.
Wave 2 is coming. Wave 3. Wave 99.
Reinforcements have arrived.
So with the R2D2 and C3PO stuff coming up, we'll take a look at that after the break. But have you guys got any games in recently? I know we got a tournament coming up this week.
Yeah, I'm just preparing for the tournament.
I've been wanting to. I just haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we were trying to get a game in, but we went to a concert Tuesday, and then Wednesday we were just old men, I think. Or at least I was.
Oh, no, definitely. I took the day off work because it was supposed to be like an after midnight concert. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't handle that anymore. On
No.
a Tuesday.
It's 12:30.
Yeah.
I gotta get in
Who
bed.
goes to death metal concerts on a Tuesday, right?
Well, we do. But
Yeah, I mean,
it was really good. But, yeah, I was like, oh, let's, since you got the day off, let's go get a game in. And then you're like, I've got a headache and I'm painting. I was like, cool. I'm just dead in general, so we're not leaving the house.
pretty much. But
I am looking forward to it though, with all the points changes. So
Yeah,
I
it
was
should be
gonna-
interesting. I'm hoping we'll have a good turnout.
But what are you guys looking at? I mean, I guess it's a spoiler alert for people who are showing up this weekend, but what are you looking to run this weekend?
I'm gonna run probably Leia, Jin, and Sabine. So I was talking to you about that list. The ladies'
I
night
saw
list.
that list. The ladies' night. Oh, what a night! Yeah.
So her, some Tauntauns. I just haven't played Jin in a long time, and with her 20-point drop, no 26, because with her weapon,
Yeah.
it's pretty big. So I want to give her a shot.
So do you have any trepidations about running a list that is a lower activation count than you're used to?
Because what you said 9?
I
think?
said 9
Yeah.
activations. Normally I run
For
10 or 11.
Rebels?
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's fewer targets on the board. Maybe you can hide them a little bit better. I don't know. Or they're just going to get blasted off the board. So we'll see.
How many points is your 3 single model units there?
Oh, the
Leia, Jin, and
yeah, it's a pretty good chunk.
Yeah, you're gonna
like
have a pretty small
400.
footprint out on
Yeah.
the table there.
Yeah. So that was the idea, was to get Jen out there somewhere kind of safe and then back her up with Tauntauns and Sabine since she's so fast.
Well, I guess that's a bunch of tough ladies, so.
Yeah, we'll see. And then Leia just kind of supports from the back and does her coordinated bombardment. And
You can do it!
yeah.
Well, I think, initially when you showed me that list, I was thinking, okay, well, 9 activations, that's going to hurt you a little bit.
Yeah.
9's not that low.
No.
I mean, a lot of
It's
Imperial.
not 7 from a Clone Wars
Yeah, exactly.
initial release.
I mean, a lot of Imperial commanders have been running around with about 9 for a good while.
And then if you fire support.
But I think one of the cool things about having Jen up there is you're going to have that leadership up front that the Tauntauns won't have to worry about being outside that bubble.
Yeah.
And then having, her with leadership 3, that's going to help a lot to deal with some of the suppression that they're likely going to face.
Yeah, and it's another high threat. Well, not high threat, medium threat model. Out there, you can throw it out there pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past, it was hard to catch up to her if she was that far out, unless you had Pathfinders. But now with Tauntauns being as fast as they are, and the activations the efficiency they can get, 2 moves and then a shoot and 2 dodges. Plus, she has her command card that gives her teamwork with a model that's out there, as long as it's range 1. So you could just run a Tauntaun around her and give her dodges.
Sure,
and
or
then
having
shoot something.
Sabine up there, too.
Yeah, or even having Sabine, yeah.
And I think that was
You
one
like
of
that?
I hate everything about what you just
Oh,
said.
man.
So,
I know I'm playing this list against you now.
oh, man. You got to show up for that, though.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jin's kind of come back into vogue a little bit since her points change.
Yeah, she definitely needed it.
Yeah, but I mean, I know Legion Academy guys were talking about doing the Ram Jam
Jam Ram.
Jim Jam Ram
yeah.
list or something like that, which Tauntauns with Com Jammers, which is a cool idea with their points drop.
The Jimmy Jam's triple decker clam slam?
Something along that line.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
But no, they they kind of had the same ideas with that. But having Jin up there with that leadership bubble, it really helps with Tauntauns. And then I think part of the problem with Jin before, besides her points, was just the fact that she presented an easy target early, and despite having her danger sense, was a kind of a soft target.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now, having Tauntauns up there, and then with, in your case with Sabine, there's a lot higher threat targets that they need to worry about. Whereas Jin can probably fly under the radar a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. She'll still take some shots, but I think the changes to danger sense as well. Now it works in melee. That'll help a little bit. Mm-hmm. So you can throw her in melee and still get some survivability out of her. That was one thing before, where if you got her in melee, you lose half the abilities on her card. So that'll be nice too. I want to try it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Are you running Darksaber on?
No, I'm not. So Sabine's running pretty bare bones. I think I have recon intel on her, not much else. Because I was trying to spread my points a little bit, so I didn't have one unit that was lose an eighth of my army and all my points with it. So yeah, my points are spread around a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, the only weaknesses I can see with that list, just off the top of my head, would be dealing with armor.
Yeah. So you have 3 ladies out there that crit. You have Tauntauns that can ram and crit, 2 crits if it's a full unit.
Yeah.
I am taking the Rebel Vets with the critical keyword and the Mark II with critical. So, I mean, there's stuff out there that can put crits out. We'll see. But yeah, armor always is scary.
Sure. Especially since, based on what we saw from Nova, we're having some people with, trotting out some high armor lists now just because of the the change in meta and the lack of gun lines.
Yeah.
So exciting.
If it's a land speeder, that's cool. I'll just half my list has sharpshooter.
Oh, for the airspeed or land speeder?
Both.
Okay.
Because Jen has it, Sabine has it, Leia has it, but they're all ranged
Most of the
too.
heroes, yeah.
Most of the heroes,
Yeah.
yeah. And then who else has it? The Tauntauns have it. So they can still move and shoot. They don't have to ram stuff.
No sniper teams?
No sniper teams. Yeah.
Nice. I like that. I think Luke or Vader may give you some trouble too.
Yeah, that was something I was concerned about. I think you just need to hit them early if you can and from far away. And my biggest fear of them was the deflect, but sometimes I think you got to just chance it.
Sure.
Maybe throw a crappy unit at them first, the Mark III.
I think the having, if you can make points for the Darksaber, having Sabine be kind of the counter Jedi might help a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what? Bring it out this weekend. See how it runs in the tournament, and maybe it'll be your RPQ list.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yep.
October.
Yeah.
We've got less than a month to go now.
Maybe we'll have dewbacks by then.
Maybe.
We were expecting to have Clone Wars available for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true too.
That might not even happen either.
I hope not, because I know there's a couple of guys that have tickets that are counting on having Clone Wars because that's when they're getting into the game.
Yeah. Well, we
Fingers
probably
crossed, yeah.
probably have to drop that 3-color minimum, huh?
Yes. Okay, done. It's dropped.
I mean, your models are all 3-color minimum. I don't know what you're worried about.
I'm sorry, Short Trooper what?
Oh, yeah. Crap.
Veer says, huh?
Yeah, you have the color on the base, you have the gray, and
Yeah.
then there's one white dot right on top, or tan.
There
A
you
little
go.
Sharpie dot. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make the tournament this weekend. So I'll have to just rely on you. I'll live vicariously through you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Should be fun, though.
vicariously.
Yeah. You're just cheating yourself, really, for all the prep. How are you going to get to worlds like this, John?
Probably not by my good looks or reputation. So
Gonna run double air speeders and beat you.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a list already made with double airspeeders
Whee! Okay.
and Luke.
Wow. Well,
I don't wanna-
obviously, because he was in the airspeeder that's going to crash, and then he jumps out, and does the thing.
I have such a hard time, even though I'm looking at Jin more now with her points drop and everything. I just have a hard time moving away from Luke. He's just so good.
He is. He's
Yeah,
pretty
he's-
terrifying to play against.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, #1 bracket seed for March Miniature Madness, whatever it was.
Next year will be interesting once we roll that out.
Ah.
We'll see if we follow through with it.
Nah.
Are you get a chance to play this weekend, Matt?
I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm going to be here.
You want to give us a little preview of what you're going to run?
So, it was going to be dewbacks. Just dewbacks.
Okay.
No. I'll
There's a
probably
giant
be sticking...
hole in your list already.
Yeah, giant problem there already.
He has
but-
11 activations of tears.
Yeah. No, it'll probably be something similar to what I've been playing around with Veers, and although I kind of want to go back to Palp. I don't know. I might audible into that. But I've been doing like Veers with Bosk, 2 units of shore troopers with the mortar, and then a couple of stormtroopers with rocket launcher.
Ooh.
And then, yeah.
Bringing it back to the rocket launcher days, huh?
And then I don't know about the rest. I had plugged in Boba Fett before. I had plugged in an ATST before. I'm still kind of tempted to do that with the reduction, but
Just get
we'll
Vader
see.
back out there. Vader and a bunch of
maybe,
HH-12s.
maybe. But then I don't know. I'm still waiting on a couple of things. Be able to pass surges too, because I want to run Vader with Royal Guard,
Yeah.
and I want them to be able to surge. So, yeah.
Yeah, once Clone Wars comes out, then you can finally get
Yeah, those card packs.
aggressive tactics.
Yeah.
Although I don't think Vader can take aggressive tactics.
I don't know.
Because it's
We'll
a
figure it
command
out.
ability.
You're right.
So you just take a cheap generic commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan,
Take,
report for battle.
Becky.
I mean, honestly,
Becky.
that is a list that's been bandied about a little bit. Was doing a generic officer with spotter or aggressive tactics, and then doing Vader operative Vader, and just getting him out there to do just his nasty
Wreck
deep
face.
strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. There's so much potential for the dark side right now.
We just don't know when it's going to happen.
No.
Nothing but potential at the moment.
Yeah.
Riding on the shore on the backs of dewbacks.
Yeah, I might take some scout bikes. I
Ooh.
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I probably
you
won't,
take
but-
3 of them. I mean, that's a 45% or 45 point difference than it was before. So.
I'll wait for Daniel to show up with those.
God,
I don't wanna steal his thunder.
He,
It would
he does
not.
a great job.
did
running
like
those,
purple
yeah.
bikes.
He ran that for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing that I've noticed was the people who were X-wing players tend to be really good at running speeders and speeder bikes, and anything that has that compulsory move, and the necessity to anticipate your opponent's movement within it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is definitely skills that you cultivate playing
Yeah.
that game. So
probably
you're already
why I
assuming
don't
your
like running
minutes are
those.
moving. Yeah.
I don't know. I can back a car into a spot. I feel like I can figure out where a little mini is going to go. It's pretty easy.
If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll get back and we'll talk about the R2D2 and C3PO updates.
You're listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network, recorded on location at Power 9 Games. Whether you're looking for the latest releases from Legion, X-Wing, 40K, Magic, or any of our other extensive inventory of board and card games, head to power9games.com and use coupon code OUTRIDER10 to get 10% off your order. Plus, shipping is free on orders over $100. Now, back to the Outriders.
Welcome back, Outriders. John, Jeff, and Matt. So we got an R2D2 C3PO preview this week. We saw only just the image from Gen Con, and everyone's kind of been speculating since then, but this is our first real sneak peek into what the cards offer, at least. Right off the bat, what everyone kind of thought with the secret mission.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was like the worst kept rumor.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, but that's good. We've got confirmation now.
Yeah, this, initially looking at R2D2, he almost looks like one of the first must plays for the Rebel in a while, I think.
Yeah. How many points do we have?
35.
Points?
Yeah, 35 just for R2D2.
Okay.
So, but he has to be taken with C3PO, correct?
No. C3PO is optional. So
okay.
that's what the counterpart is. So R2, if you take him, you can take him by himself. C3PO, if you take him, you have to take him with R3 or R2.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can't take C3PO by himself.
So yeah, right off the bat, R2D2, he's got the Repair 2, Capacity 2.
That's cool.
So yeah.
You got your little astromech repair guy.
Yep, exactly.
And it's an operative, so you don't have to attach him to a squad.
Yep. 35 points, and it's the cheapest activation you can get.
It's not too bad, too, because he can, with Inconspicuous, he can kind of like fly under the radar. I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but he can fly under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
And he pairs really well with C3PO.
So, a cheap activation, if, nothing else, that's pretty awesome. He's got the repairability.
So he can repair himself.
Yeah, exactly. The secret mission, now this is kind of cool. Secret mission is once per game. If you are within an enemy deployment zone, place 1 victory token on you. At the end of the game, if you have a victory token, gain that token.
So some cool interactions with this, too, is because if you have a bounty hunter on the board, you can steal that token, is my understanding.
What?
I believe so.
Get out of here.
Is that... Well, it says once per game if you are within an enemy deployment zone. So, okay, that I'm not sure on.
Yeah, we'll have to check.
Yeah. So feel free to correct us for...
Yeah, but I thought
one.
I read somewhere, it could have been people speculating, but... Yeah, I'd have to look at the secret mission keyword, and I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay, well, either way, it's interesting. If that's the case, that it definitely adds another dynamic to this.
I will lizard slap that little droid. Try to come take my bounty token. Boss, don't play that.
Listeners, do not Google lizard slap.
Oh yeah, no.
Or
that
Urban Dictionary lizard slap.
If it wasn't a thing, it is now.
Right. So I mean that's cool. It's basically the Rebel counterpart to Bounty Token.
I just got a vision of the Emperor commanding using pull the strings. Lizard slap that man.
Oh. Oh god, it's getting worse and worse.
It's gonna happen. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
All right, so grounded. You're grounded for making that analogy.
That's the key word on Matt right now.
Yeah.
So R2D2's got grounded, so he can't climb or clamor, which makes sense.
So this is what was it? The
because he's got fly, right?
Yeah,
which coincidentally, we'll get to that.
That comes in the prequels. That's in the prequels.
Okay. Oh, it's got to be a.
This is original
Republic.
R2D2 right now.
Inconspicuous, like he was saying, when an enemy unit performs an attack, if you have at least 1 suppression token, it must attack another unit if able. During your rally step, you may choose not to remove your suppression tokens. So this is cool.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
If you can just manage to get a suppression on him somehow.
Hey, guess what? C3PO gives suppression.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so that's why they work well together, I think. But
more Rebel synergy.
Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, that's some pretty easy ways to keep him alive. If you probably need an escort to get over to the enemy deployment zone, but man, that makes Disarray look good for once.
Yeah. He is slow though, right?
Yeah, good call.
He's what?
He is slow. He's only speed 1.
He's only speed 1. Yeah. He's got
unless he goes into 3-wheel mode.
Yeah, or flight mode.
Well, we'll get to that.
Stop reading ahead, Jeffrey.
I'm just guessing.
So Electroshock is his only attack ability. It's close combat or melee to range 1, 3 white dice with suppressive. He does surge to hit, so that's cool. And also surges for defense with white dice for defense save, 4 health, and a leadership of 2. So overall, I mean, somewhat survivable. He's got that plot armor. Surging for offense, he's obviously not going to be your chief offensive weapon here.
No.
But
I wish you could build him out like in the Old Republic with like T7, just cram a bunch of blasters in his head and he starts shooting. And
didn't he have a flamethrower?
Oh yeah. You could take like the little modules. You could do like the cryo sprays and like all that stuff.
He did destroy 2 super battle droids, right? Set them on fire with his little oil spray.
Yeah, that was shenanigans. That was just, it wasn't
more
just
prequels
strapping
nonsense.
more blasters to your head.
From the people who gave you this is pod racing.
Yeah.
It's Flamethrower R2D2. He does have a comm slot as well, which is cool because he also comes with a integrated comm antenna as an upgrade card.
Oh, how many points is that?
3 points.
Okay.
And it's droid trooper only. So, R2D2 is a droid trooper. Also, all of the B1 battle droids are droid troopers.
Do they have comm slots?
They do, I believe.
I think so.
Okay.
So, yeah, during the command phase, you can be issued orders by friendly leader or commander or operative units at range 1 to 4. So that's cool. It basically feeds into their little order token sharing ability.
As they race across the battlefield at speed 1.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. And it's the first time we've seen that upgrade card. So I'm sure
that's cool.
That'll see a lot of play within droid armies.
Oh, yeah.
How much that'll affect any of the existing factions, I don't know. But, it gives... this pack originally looks like something that only Republic and
Rebels
and Rebel players are going to be interested in. But if you're a droid player, and we don't know what else this card might be packed into, but it might give you some incentive to pick this up.
There is another hidden upgrade card, too. We don't know what that is.
True,
it's probably amazing.
Oh, yeah, 000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a modern equivalent of an R2.
Of course,
R5, whatever it is, R4.
Being an operative, R2D2 does have some command cards with him. We can see 3 of them there. The 2-pip is kind of hidden.
That's the one of him setting the droids on fire.
It could be.
Hey, remember that time
I
actually
back there.
If you look at it, that's
barbecued some droids?
Actually, I went and watched footage, and that's what it is. It's him setting those 2 super battle droids on fire.
I just want drunk R2D2.
Is that accurate, or are you speculating?
No, I'm 100%, 99.9% sure.
Okay.
No, so yeah, I did go watch footage, and the lights that you can see right under the little 2-pip, those are from the background of that scene. So it was Obi-Wan and Anakin were in the elevator, and he was sitting there doing his little, manipulating the computer, and then the droids come out. And so I'm pretty sure that's the scene that we're looking at.
And actually, if you look if you look at the bottom of the card, you can see the word blast.
Yeah, man.
So
set some people on fire.
I'm guessing that's probably like a flamethrower attack ability. So that's kind of cool. I actually didn't realize that before until now when I'm looking at it.
Yeah, amazing art. And nice. Funny, the art goes along with the abilities. Kind of cool.
So we have no idea other than the fact that we can make out half of the word blast, and Jeff has seen the artwork.
I like to imagine that post this event that all the burbles and beeps is basically him just having flashbacks to the war.
It's PTSD.
Yeah.
It's R2.
PTSD too.
The one card we can actually see, though, his 1-pip card called Blast Off. And
so good.
This artwork is great. For anybody who hasn't seen it yet, it's literally R2D2, like, carrying C-3PO on his back like Yoda.
I can only imagine what C-3PO is saying, like, at this point. Like, just completely yelling at R2.
Nah, he's strangely quiet.
Yeah.
No. Screaming everything in 6,000 forms of communication.
Disney, can you please give us an R2D2 C-3PO buddy cop show? That would be amazing.
I mean,
you got your own channel
now.
now.
That in the 80s, the Droids cartoon.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was not good.
Okay, well,
they had an Ewok, I think.
Well, I mean, I'll watch it then.
Okay.
So yeah, this card is just only R2D2 gets issued to order. He increases his maximum speed by 1, so it becomes speed 2. He gains 1 dodge, 1 suppression, disengage, and jump 1.
Damn.
It's amazing for when you need to jump over like I don't know, a dewback or something. And then
I am so looking forward to like these last second like Hail Mary, like he could go all the way, streaking down the sidelines, R2D2, jumping over a building, and we're like, it scores.
That'll be our world's victor. Is
Yeah.
like
The R2D2 touchdown. Yeah.
I don't
barely
know.
gets R2 into the end zone.
I don't know what list you're running when that's your best one pip card to use. I mean, it's funny, and it definitely, sets you up to get those
Hilarious wins.
those last minute, disengage R2D2 victories. But
Well, I thought about taking Son of Skywalker, but
Who needs two attacks when you can jump R2 into the end zone?
nobody expected it.
I mean, it'd be cool if they actually had a thing where you could bring C-3PO with you.
Place 3PO and base to base after move. Yeah. Just
But
the cohesion.
The pack is actually, we didn't mention it before, but the C-3PO and R2D2 models come in a terrain pack with the crash pod. And the crash pod looks cool.
It does. It
does.
looks really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I mean,
Throw it out on any battlefield and it would look all right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some people have been complaining about, having this forced buy-in to get these terrain packs and stuff. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Well, I mean, in this one, if you want the models, you have to go with it. But I mean, at least you're getting something you can play as well in regular games. Where the downed ATST, it was just that was your mission. You had a terrain piece, and that was it. But I mean, you're still you have to think that these people are putting time into modeling these units, getting them printed. I mean, they're going to charge you for that time that they put into developing this. It's not free.
And you got to think about, compared to other game companies. I mean, Games Workshop, I literally just bought a terrain pack that was $50 that did not contain any special scenarios or anything like that. It was
Well, here's a
just the
$10
model.
coupon, and also you get,
I mean,
two very playable figures.
Exactly. So I don't have a problem with this at all. The scenario that comes with it's called Crash Landing. I'm going to do my best to read the fine print here. Basically, it says, during round 1, at the start of the end phase, reveal each condition token. Then the 1-pip condition token detonates. So it has a detonator as a condition token in here with it. Before removing the 1-pip condition token, the blue player replaces it with the crashed escape pod terrain piece, centering the terrain piece on the location of the condition token, and then displaces each mini under the terrain piece, even if they cannot normally be displaced. Remove any remaining condition tokens, then the red player places 2 objective tokens in base contact with and on opposite sides of the crashed escape pod, and then the actual condition token itself is range 1 to 2, impact 1, 1 red, 1 black, and 1 white die.
So would all that stuff happen during setup, and then this is the result card? This is like the condition card? Because what's the red card for your setup? Blue is the your deployment zones, right?
Yeah. So this is just the
green
No, blue is
condition.
your mission. I think.
Blue is
Red,
mission. Yeah, that's right.
Red's battlefield.
So yeah, I wonder if blue will have put some condition tokens out there, and then your crash landing, you don't know where you're going to crash land.
that's probably
Put Jawa Soundcrawler
Yeah.
on opposite end of the table.
I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. Like somebody's standing next to a landing zone, and you're just going to squish them.
right. I mean, those things are pretty big.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's literally an object coming
This
out
is
of
all your
space.
fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the same
That's some
size rock,
Hitchhiker's Guide level stuff there. Got smooshed by a escape pod. It's supposed to preserve life, not take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like something that's going to devastate your entire army. 1 red, 1 black, 1 white, but
Oh, I think it would be hilarious.
it would be pretty funny. Oh,
Damn,
If we
just 2
play
weeks of
this-
retirement.
Yeah, if we play this, I'm running all my guys up to condition tokens and be like, let's go. Do it.
Can you deflect it? That's what I want to know.
Ooh.
All right, game over. I just killed your 2
I
models.
got it.
So I can definitely see myself as a rebel player making some room for R2D2.
Yeah, he's great. So I used to play Imperial Assault. I loved it when these models came out. The named models that were, small. They helped your army, but they weren't a huge points cost. I mean, C-3PO, his I don't know if we covered his calculate odds. So you can give a unit 1 aim, 1 dodge, and 1 suppression token. I mean, so they're going to dodge an attack. They have an aim token for the next attack.
Is that why he was always hanging out with Han Solo?
Yeah, I mean, we briefly touched on C-3PO, but he's only an additional 15 points.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I mean, like that ability right there, it's an action, so you have to spend an action to do it. But if you're taking him for support, like that's all he was in Imperial Assault. You know, he distracted things. Hey, he's got the ability to distract, and he helped your other units be more efficient. That Rebel synergy, like Matt was saying. So I don't know, 15 points for an aim, a dodge, and some cover. That's not too shabby.
No. So does that count as
plus
being...
the points for R2.
So does that count as being one of the actions for the unit is to do the calculate odds then?
Yeah, so I mean
Okay.
you're not gonna be racing him across the battlefield to get your victory point if you're hanging back doing calculate odds. But there's some models that I for sure would love to have a dodge and an aim and then move and shoot. That would be great. So having C-3PO near them and I mean if they have that suppression themselves, they're not gonna get shot at. So or if your opponent's shooting at them, that's one, okay, you just took 50 points off the board. Well, okay.
So I guess the couple questions I would have, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to answer this, but because they're a unit together, like if one of them is in line of sight but the other one's not, do you only shoot that one?
So I imagine it's going to follow those same
normal.
rules. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to have two models if you take both of them. If you can't see one of them, you're going to apply damage to the one that you can see. R2 is probably going to be your unit leader. So if R2 gets wiped off the board, he'll probably take over C. I don't know. We might see some new rules come out. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably more intuitive than I'm making it sound.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think the rules are already there. It's kind of weird because we haven't seen a two model operative
this is
like this.
unprecedented.
Yeah.
If you said it, I missed it. Can you take 3PO by himself? Or
No.
he has to be an upgrade.
Yeah,
for
he
R2?
has
Okay.
that counterpart R2D2. So
Gotcha.
if you take R2, you can take C-3PO. If you're taking C-3PO, it's because you're taking R2.
Gotcha. Okay.
you know how that I've had Luke killed by a stormtrooper punch before?
Yep.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
times.
I thought of a new, more insulting scenario. Get clumsy kicked by C-3PO.
Oh.
Have Luke get clumsy kicked to death.
You have to get your aim token first, though, so you
Achievement
calculate the odds,
unlocked.
and then you kick him to death.
Aim for the side of the knee.
Yeah.
Get that MCL.
And then since you have R2 there with, you could, do your electroshock on something else.
That's just adding insult to injury, right?
I've just calculated the odds of me busting a cap in you.
Yeah, they look like a fun unit. I mean, like you said, the cheap activation for, operative. I really want to try running a Han, Leia, Chewie, R2, C-3PO list now.
Yeah, just get them all out
They
there.
would actually be good together.
Yeah.
And because it's super thematic.
So, I mean, yeah, you're throwing so many aims and dodges around. If Josh were here, his head would explode.
Listen, Princess, we got four of the five main characters on board. I think we'll be fine.
Luke can just watch from the sidelines.
If we ever do lure Josh back, well, he's playing at LVO, so hopefully I draw him round one because I'm going to bring that list.
Oh.
And I'm just going to wear a shirt that says Synergy.
Yes. Yeah.
Welcome back to the game, Josh.
I'm going to calculate odds. Like, I'm going to pass out so many aims, dodges, and suppressions. Yeah, his mind would explode.
So that'll pretty much wrap up stuff for this week.
It's not good for his blood pressure, all that salt that would be happening.
Right.
But yeah, that's a pretty lean week, but, these back-to-back episodes.
Yep. So we won't be here next week. I'll be in sunny San Diego.
Unless for some reason the Clone Wars comes out and then me and Jeff.
We'll just do like a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, just like,
Talk about how much we hate John.
hey, remember that time in the movie where the clone guys were going and shooting the things? Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'll just be crying on the beach somewhere.
Into your mojitos.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you all in 2 weeks.
You've been listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?
For more from the Outriders, make sure you like us on Twitter at Legion Outriders, subscribe to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Legion Outriders, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Thanks for listening.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.